I wanted to very quickly address the commotion that is in the comments, okay? Under the comments in last night's video about Fallon going on Tisa Tells and basically saying that she's from Norcross and Porsha don't need to get her twisted and she need to keep the child name out of the mouth and things of that nature. I very plainly and clearly said in that video that Fallon's sentiments are valid, but nobody wanted to hear that part. Okay, nobody wanted to hear that part. All y'all heard was me making fun of Fallon and how she doesn't look into the camera and she looking down here and she looking up here and she looking to the side and she's claiming that she's from Norcross, Georgia, which nobody cares about. All y'all heard was me clowning her about how she was running through the kitchen in that Medusa costume. All y'all heard was me, basically repeating those alleged claims that she cheated on Simon Guobadia with the help and got pregnant. Okay, that's all y'all heard. But you missed the part when I said her sentiments were valid. I understand if she doesn't want Porsha to mention the child. Y'all ain't hear that part. Okay. A lot of you guys are in the comments saying that I'm so biased. This is a biased channel. Oh my God, this is the Porsha News Network. Well, this is the Porsha News Network. That's a joke, okay? This is not the Porsha News Network. This is Haus of Aaron. And yes, I am a very biased commentator. I've never shied away from that. I've never pretended like I'm not. I've never pretended like I'm fair. This is not CNN. This is not the local news. This is not the New York Times. I am biased. This channel is about my commentary, which means I comment on things and I give my opinions. My opinions are not fair. That's just what it is. Another thing that I wanted to point out, somebody said, are you on Porsha's payroll? No, I am not on Porsha's payroll. I wish I was on Porsha's payroll. I could definitely use an extra check, all right? Some of you guys think that I hate Tisa Tells. No, I don't hate Tisa Tells. No, I don't have a problem with that woman. I think she's quite entertaining. I think she's quite entertaining, and I see why a lot of people are drawn to her. I definitely understand that. I just don't agree with the woman. Can I disagree with the woman and her sentiments about Porsha's whole life? Right? I literally sat up there and watched her book review, okay? A 3-hour book review on 4 chapters, child, okay? As she read it line by line. And I saw her criticize and question and be a skeptic of every syllable in that damn book. Okay. Was it annoying at times? Yes. Is it entertaining? Absolutely. And I see why she has the audience that she has. Okay. Ain't nobody hating. Ain't nobody attacking Tisa Tells. We are just on opposite sides of the opinion spectrum. I'm Team Porsha. She's not. I, a lot of the time, see where Porsha's coming from. She doesn't. Does that mean that I don't like the girl or hate the girl? Absolutely not. She's a content creator. I support all content creators within reason. Okay. So yeah, what is y'all talking about in these comments? Okay. And then a lot of y'all are Team Fallon. I didn't know Fallon had this many fans. Like, I'm really extremely happy and overjoyed that Fallon has a support system here on YouTube. It really does make my heart smile. And that's all great and dandy. But at the same time, y'all, I said what I said and it's not changing, okay? It's just not changing. I don't know what to say about the situation. I'm not finna bend and snap to make my opinion fit your opinion because that's just not how it's gonna be, okay? It's just not. So let me know how y'all feel about the situation in the comments down below. You guys definitely dragged my ass, okay? And I'm all the way here for it because the engagement on the video is just where we need it to be. So thank y'all so much. All right, moving right along. Speaking of that situation with Porsha, I believe Porsha is responding to Miss Falynn Guobadia and Tisa Tells on Instagram. I'll go ahead and put up her Instagram story. She posted, "I can't hear the hate because my blessings are too loud. Hashtag the pursuit of Porsha." If Porsha was such a mean and evil and vile person, if Porsha was out here stealing people's mans, if Porsha was out here doing all of these things, okay, y'all say she's so wrong, she's so wrong. Whatever Fallon did doesn't take away from the fact that Porsha is so wrong. If she's so wrong, The universe is definitely treating her quite well, okay, with the book and the spinoff and the jobs and the husbands and the monies and the cars and the homes and the families. Porsha's family supports her union, her soon-to-be union with Simon Guobadia. So honestly, none of our opinions even matter. I mean, we can talk about Simon and the wedding and Fallon and all of this stuff all we want to till we're black and blue in the face. But at the end of the day, Porsha has made her decision and she's a grown-ass woman. Just like how Fallon made a decision to have a baby with Jalen, okay, before she was divorced. Okay, if you do the math, okay, because the math ain't been mathing on her side of the tracks, it seems like she was pregnant while she was married. So I say that to say, it don't matter what we say. These are grown-ass people. They're going to do what they want to do. And it doesn't seem like the universe is punishing Porsha for being so wrong. It just doesn't. Okay, she seems like a very blessed individual. And she's living her life. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Okay? Nothing that none of us say matters in these people's lives. I find it very interesting, speaking of like us talking about these people, I find it very interesting that, I can talk about, I've never talked about, what's her name? I've never talked about Fallon's daughter until yesterday. Okay, I knew that she gave birth a couple of weeks ago, but I never talked about her and the baby because honestly, I really don't care about what Fallon got going on no more. Okay, until it pertains to Porsha, which is the reason why I dragged her last night. But I find it interesting how all of the bloggers can talk about the child. Michelle A.T.A. can talk about the child. Everybody in the comments on YouTube can talk about the child, except Porsha can't talk about the child. Everybody can talk about the child except Porsha. Why are the commenters on YouTube allowed to talk about the baby, but Porsha can't talk about the baby? Somebody please explain that to me. So everybody that's reviewing the situation, recapping the show, everybody that's following Fallon and Jalen and Simon's and Porsha's life, everybody else, okay, that's on the outside can comment on the baby, but all hell breaks loose when Porsha comments on the baby. And quiet as it's kept, there was never really any backlash about Porsha mentioning that baby until Fallon came up there on Tisa Tales and said that, Porsha don't need to get her twisted because she's from Norcross, Georgia, as if anybody's scared of her. Okay, I had one person say, well, you'll never understand because you've never given birth. Okay, so let me tell you this. You're absolutely right. I've never given birth and I don't ever want to give birth. Shout out to everybody that's given birth. Okay, that ain't my walk. Okay, but I may not know what that experience is like, but I do know that no one is scared of the woman. Okay, I do know that nobody is scared of Fallon Guobadia and her failed attempt at trying to beat LaToya up with the golf club. I do know that much. I do know that being from Norcross, Georgia don't mean shit to nobody. I do know that. I do know that Fallon is a horrible and ineffective. She's an ineffective communicator. I do know that Fallon needs some media training and needs some PR because she doesn't know how to look into a camera and say what she needs to say. I do know that Fallon needs a hype man like Tisa Tales to kind of drag her into the negativity so that she says something poor about Miss Porsha. I do know that much because she can't stand on her own 2 feet. I know that much. Okay, you're right. I've absolutely never pushed out a baby. I don't know what it feels like to have that mother intuition and that, thing that mothers have. You're right. But I do know that nobody cares and ain't nobody scared that you're from Norcross, Georgia. And that's basically what my whole video was about. Okay, so if you have a problem with that still, I don't know what to tell you. But honestly, I don't really care. Okay, I don't really care. This channel is called The Haus of Aaron, and I'm going to call it out like how I see it, and I'm going to give my opinion. Why would you want yet another person to just hop on the hate train that is named Porsha Williams to regurgitate the same old sentiments and opinions that everybody else has? Every other YouTuber is on their channel dragging Porsha. Don't you want a differing opinion? Don't you want something different to listen to? Don't you want something different to watch? I mean, I'm just saying, don't y'all get bored of, of watching people drag Porsha up and down Atlanta? I'm just saying, so y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Moving right along very quickly, I did want to mention that Tasha K was on YouTube last night, and she basically said the tailor, okay, the suit maker, the stylist, the fashion designer, the man that everybody thinks that Nene is shacking up with, well, apparently they are shacking up, okay, according to Tasha K last night. And she says that this man has a wife, and I will go ahead and put the wife up on the screen, okay, because this picture is on his Instagram, so it's fair game, right? Tasha K says that this is the wife and he refuses to get a divorce, even though he's trying to, mingle with your girl, Nene Leakes. And then Tasha K goes on to say that she believes that this man is using her for her money because she's vulnerable and she's weak and she has money, apparently. So maybe Nene is not going broke. Okay, who knows? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that situation. Moving on to more RHOA news, let me go ahead and put up the screenshots because y'all, Sheree and Kenya, have unfollowed each other. What's going on? Okay, not trouble in paradise. Because y'all, I could have sworn that Kenya Moore Hair Care went up there on Watch What Happens Live and basically said that her and Sheree were getting along. Okay, they were long lost sisters and long lost besties, and that, they had so much chemistry this season. And now all of a sudden, Marlo and Kenya fall out. They, unfollow each other on Instagram. And now we have Marlo and Kenya. Or no, I said that wrong. Sheree and Kenya unfollowing each other on Instagram, which I find to be super interesting. So, again, I don't know what the basis of this beef is, but I knew that Sheree and Marlo could not, get along with Kenya Moore Hair Care for much longer. Especially when you take Lenithia and Porsha out of the mix, which are Kenya's sworn enemies. Kenya got to fight with somebody now, okay? The woman that y'all say carries the show has to fight with somebody. So this was to be, expected. I'm not really surprised at the situation. And then last but not least, I did want to mention Jussie Smollett. Now, a couple of days ago, I came on the channel and basically said that I support Jussie Smollett. I do. And yes, it is because of his sexual preference. And yes, it is because of, the color of his skin. Yes. Y'all do it all the time. Gangsters, notable gangsters, get life sentences. And then we have benefit concerts to free them. And nobody ever says anything about that. I mean, I'm just saying, you have people in the black community who have wreaked havoc, okay, who have stolen, sold drugs to, raped, and done all other types of vile actions, crimes, that go to jail, and then you have whole campaigns to get them out just because they're black. O.J. Simpson killed that girl, and all of the black community in that time period wanted to free the man. Okay, so yes, I support Jussie Smollett. Yes, I did not want him to be found guilty. Yes, I did not want him to be convicted. And yes, it's because the man is cute. Yes. But no, because he's black and gay. Yes, that is very true. Now, if he did what he did, right, filing the false police report and staging the crime and whatever he did, the staging the attack, if he did in fact do that, of course he deserves some discipline for what he did to Candy. Of course he deserves some accountability. I don't care who you are, whether you're black, gay, purple, straight, whether you're a monkey or a unicorn, you deserve discipline when you do the crime. However, I feel like this whole thing is silly. Okay, the whole thing is silly. Yes, he was found guilty, and that's all good and dandy. But at the end of the day, I still support Jussie as a person. If he did, do what they say he did, then hopefully he learns from this experience and doesn't do it again. I mean, that's just the bottom line to the situation. A lot of you guys were appalled and shocked. And like I said, honey, this is my channel. This is my commentary. This is my opinion. I said what I said, and it's not changing. Okay? Now, is that good enough for y'all? I held Jussie accountable and I said if he did what he did, then he deserves some discipline. Is that good enough for you guys? I mean, I'm just saying there's this running narrative that I don't hold people accountable and then I just let have, on other people, which is true. I do go harder on certain people than I do other people. That is true depending on if I like you or not. That is extremely true. But I'm always going to hold people accountable. I've held Jussie accountable when the thing happened about Andrew Gillum, who I wanted Andrew to be the governor of Florida. I held him accountable. When the whole thing about Porsha and Simon came out, I held her accountable. I've did countless and countless and countless videos about Porsha and how wrong she is and how, well, not wrong, because I don't think she's wrong. I don't think making a grown adult decision is wrong. But I said the optics don't look good. The perception doesn't look good. You look like a man stealer. And for some reason, there's still this running narrative that, I don't hold people accountable. I do. But I'm not going to hold people accountable the way that you want me to. Because guess what? I'm not you and you're not me. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about everything we talked about in the comments down below. I'm going to go ahead and log off. I still love y'all. And I will see y'all later. Love you. And don't forget to create a great day.